that they stand on. So he's referring to this to show you his legality. So let's continue, guys.
If you will allow me to read this to you, I'm pretty sure this is where it's going to get boring.
Now, what he's going to read to you now is the proposal that we sent in to attach ourselves to this particular document.
I'm going to lose some people for my educated folks. Please keep up. Whereas the American Convention of Human Rights, now therefore co-facilitators, and I will not give these people's names to protect their identity, so and so and so, so and so and so, so and so and so, and so and so and so, on September 24th, 2020, presented the General Secretariat of the OAS. And
so September 24th, guys, 2020. It's you know, September, October. It's not even October 2020 anything yet, guys. So it just happened. So you can't expect to have paperwork that quick when we know that they take that stuff and then they put it in books and then they publish it and then it may go online. And then if you look at those pages I gave you, you can see that the updates only come annually or biannually. That means twice a year. And so he's reading from the documents we sent in to attach ourselves to the law that's present already. Let's go.
Instrument dated September 24th, 2020, by which the African descendants of the United Confederate Nation accedes to.
Let's go to accede. I brought that up, so let's go and look up the definition of accede, guys. And my computer is going to be slow. I hope it doesn't crash. Oh my goodness, this looks like a crash. It feels like it's going to crash, guys. Whew, it didn't crash, guys. Okay. All right. Do you see that? Now, accedes to, you don't see that. Let's see if you see it now. All right. It says to give consent, approval, or adherence, agree, assent, to accede to a request to accede to the terms of a contract, to attain or assume an office, title, or dignity, succeed, usually followed by to, the word to accede to the throne. So basically, we are bowing to the law, or we are accepting the law. We are agreeing with this particular law. We are standing in law with this law. This is what he means, guys. And so let's go ahead and continue. Let's go back to although this reading is not this, we'll still go back to it because, like I said, I just like looking at Article 3. I think it's so very pertinent. But let's go ahead and listen. If I can get you back there.
We declare the following.
Declare. We declare.
The African descendant nation recognizes as binding the right with no special convention the competence of the Inter-American Court of Human Rights in all cases involved.
So we recognize your competence, your authority. And that's what he's saying. He's reading this. This is what he sent to the General Secretariat of the IACHR. And as a group, as the NFAC, we're saying we recognize that this is the law and we want to be part of it. So let's go.
The interpretation and application of the Inter-American Convention on Human Rights, which is called the Pact of San Jose of Costa Rica. Number two, the foregoing notwithstanding, the United Black Kemetic Nation states for the record that its acceptance of the competence of the Interaction Court of Human Rights is given for an indefinite period.
So we accept that they are competent, and the rest of the world accepts that as well. So let's go.
And in general, character grounded in reciprocity, I can never say that word, and retroactively enforced upon the deposit of this declaration within the Secretariat General of the Organization of the American States. Furthermore, regarding the American Convention on Human Rights, the African Descendants Confederated Nation declares that it recognizes the competence. What we're basically...
So he's going to explain it, and I'll just explain it before. We recognize the competence. We recognize that you are the world power, that the rest of the individual states came together to say, let's form this union, this court, this body, this institution. So several different states come together and say, yes, the world needs an international court. And so now he's saying we recognize that power and we would like to join in. So let's listen to his explanation.
What he's saying in his document is we understand that we are bowing to the authority of the United Nations and the World Court to decide on our behalf that what we're asking for we are entitled to, and that it will give us and grant us this, and they will back it up with their authority, and we're recognizing that authority.
Okay, so that's pretty much just like I just said. We're recognizing the authority, so we're recognizing law. And before that, nobody was recognizing law. And like you said, some people sent in some paperwork, but they probably missed a few points, headers here or there. And so let's keep going, guys.
In witness whereof we, so and so and so, so and so and so and so and so, have signed this instrument of accession here in the United States.
Signed in the instrument of accession to join. Remember what accession, a seed. Let's go.
States in America on September 24th of 2020.
September 24th, guys, not too far away, so stop looking for those papers.
This is the final signed document, which means that this is no longer a motion to be presented. This is a motion that has been presented, signed, and approved and returned to us.
All right, so he has the hard copy, guys, the original copy with the pressed ink on it. The UN, the World Court, has the copy, the photocopy. So he has the original, which can be framed and preserved. You know, I like that, and with that ink on it. And so, like I said, it's not gonna be. If you're thinking of liberation papers online, let's go.
What is it that they signed and approved? This big packet right here.
So the paper that he just showed you attaches to that paper, which you're not going to see. It's the signed document that was sent back, which attaches to the papers behind you, the law. So you're not going to see those papers particularly that he's holding in his hand, but we do see what's behind us.
As I said before, some people talk about it. We are walking it out.
Walking it out.
What I'm holding in my hands, ladies and gentlemen, is the National Liberation Status Request by the Afro-descendants living in the United States.
So he's going to read that to you, and this is what attaches to the law. He's not saying necessarily that it's online or that he'll put it online. It'll probably come online, later on after so much of the blueprint has been executed, of course. But let's listen.
Of America, that's you.
That's us.
It says we, group of people whose names I will withhold.
Because we're going to attach to the law.
Human rights defenders and co-facilitators of the African descendant nation and the African descendants people's right to self-determination in the United States of America do hereby declare state of emergency and immediate national liberation status effective, and I've said this before, June 26th of 2020. That's right.
June 26th, guys. So when he declared it, it's just like when I declare war. You used to play that game. So you're making a declaration. Now you're probably online looking for that declaration, which we just stated that they only do a biannual or annual report anyway. They might have special sessions and they'll do a report, but so far, let's go ahead and keep listening, guys.
Right. You've been a member of the United Black Kemetic Nation since June 26th of 2020. I don't care what other things have been filed. None of them have gone this far. I don't care who did it years ago. If they had done it, we wouldn't be.
Okay, what he's saying is other people have done this, but they haven't gotten this far. As a matter of fact, me, myself, I've gone all the way up to the United States Supreme Court with my cases. And so, they didn't get that far, which means they could have left something out. It could not have been a presentable case. I know if you went on the IACHR, you'll see where the cases get muted or archived or passed, and so it goes through different stages. Well, let's keep listening, guys.
Here, I don't care who else is attempting to do it. More power to you.
More power to you.
I'm rolling with what I got.
We've got it. We got to go.
Goers. So as
We're going
of
with
June
the goers.
26, 2020, which is when we first filed the very first action. Now,
Not
having
long
that
ago.
action approved September 24th of 2020.
It's just approved last month, guys. So stop looking for stuff that's not there. Educate yourself on the law and what's going on before that piece of paper, because that's what you really have to refer back to.
It is now binding and legal on the United Black Kemetic Nation.
It's binding on us now. By law, we are part of the law, bound to it, irregardless. Nothing we could do right now. If we wanted to, we could say, oh, let me take that paper back. No, we're bound by law because we presented it. It's been signed and returned. And so the process is already going. Let's go.
The Afro-descendants people of the United States of America, this is what was asked, request the human rights courts to recognize the African Descendants Nation and the United Black Kemetic Nation in the USA as a national liberation movement entitled to support in the immediate achievement of security, self-determination, decolonization, emergency humanitarian assistance,
You hear it?
emergency resettlement of refugees funded by the U.S. government, guarantees of non-repetition, immediate release of political prisoners. That's you brothers behind bars.
Okay, let's go ahead.
We want you too. We're not leaving you behind. This is in the document. I was not kidding. I told you we're going to free the captives. The United States of America doesn't have to worry about having to house you, feed you, and abuse you. They can hand you on over to us, and we will give you a completely new beginning.
That's right.
That doesn't mean everybody, because some
Not
of you all
everybody.
deserve to be right where you are.
Not you straight
We're not
up
talking about- we're
hardcore
talking about
murderers,
ones who are
rapists,
unjust.
thugs.
We're
No.
talking about the ones that are incarcerated for things that are now legal. We're talking
Drug
about the
charges
orphans
mostly,
that don't have
where you
land,
know they're
and you
shipping
won't give them
drugs
back to the
in.
Black village to raise. We're talking about the children trapped in the system that are being abused by people who don't have any vestige interest in their bloodline. We're talking about our nation leaving with us, so we made sure we built it into this document. I'm going to go down that list one more time because somebody's not paying attention. I told you, this is steak and eggs. This is not milk and cereal. You have to have your head on right. for
Head
this.
on right,
And if
guys.
you are still slave-minded, then this is what you don't want to hear. If you want to, you in love with your white folks. I've never had a problem with white people. We're good for you. We have. That's why we're getting the hell out of here. So it says again, this is a national liberation movement, and that because of that, we're entitled to support in the immediate achievement of security.
You hear that now? We are entitled to support. How and why? Let's listen.
Guess where the security comes from? That's where the NFAC comes in.
So the document that they sent in, that's talking about the people, they have a right to be secured. And that's what, like he said, that's where the NFAC comes in. So he's thought way ahead and then backed up and hit points. You see what I'm saying? Filled in. Oh, it's beautiful. So the NFAC is a formation of our security based on the law that's there. Let's listen.
Guess what security means? That means the NFAC can be helped by other nations because the United Nations has declared us to be in an emergency status, and we need to go. We might need a little.
You hear that, guys? He said other nations can help legally by law. That's the grandest thing you could ever hear. And the music is off, so that means I need to go ahead and make part 3? I think this is part 2. I don't know. I try to keep it short, guys, so you can stay focused and you can go like I said, consume it slowly, edibly. Eat with not with a full mouth. Yeah, let's go ahead and close at. Let him make a complete sentence and then we'll close, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and Let's go.
will help rolling up out of here. Y'all can come with that unpatriotic bullshit if you want to. You can fight to stay here. Some of us will fight to get out. No one wants to fight to take
That's
nothing
us.
from you. You can have this raggedy motherfucker.
You can have
You
it.
can sit there and talk about, well, we built this place. I'm not going anywhere. You didn't build shit.
Nothing.
Your peoples was beaten, raped, robbed, and killed, and forced and enslaved to build something that they was never supposed to have a part of. A constitution was written that they were never supposed to apply to them. Yet you got the nerve to sit here and insult your ancestors. Talking about, I ain't going nowhere. We built this. If your ancestors could have left this raggedy motherfucker, in spite of the fact that they built it, they would have left. Built and all gone.
You understand that?
With your corn cob ass sitting there talking about, I'm not going nowhere. Then you sit here for me and mine.
I'm here. Me. Hey.
It goes on to say, self-determination, something we don't have right now.
Okay, self-determination is part of understanding like who you are. The drive for me to dig deep down and look for a way to explain this to us is a good example of being determined from your self-motivation, the love that you have to help others. So nobody's pushing me or have a gun to my head and say, hey, go do the research and show the people. No, you have to be self-determined. And so ultimately, start to rethink how you feel about yourself and what you're doing and how much determination you're putting into goals. And I think that'll be enough, and we'll close because I'm way over. And we'll go right in where we left off. I'll probably back up a little bit for you, but yeah, like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next part. Bye.